I mean, we got a quarterback. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Bear Zone podcast. I'm your host, Josh Dennison. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. I am bringing you the latest up-to-date Bears news. Today we are going to get into the top edge rushers I have in this draft. See where the Bears could possibly draft them if they draft an edge rusher. 3-tech is probably the most important part to this defense. Maybe if we can get some kind of edge rusher, maybe that's versatile in this draft. 3-tech in free agency, then we plug in, a different edge rusher. I'm going to kind of go over the top edge rushers in this draft in my opinion. And we'll kind of just play around with some scenarios where the Bears can either take like a free agent, or if the Bears take like an edge and they need a 3, maybe we get Jalen Carter, we get Brian Breeze. It's all going to we're just going to mess around with it, play with the scenario, see if we can predict what's actually going to happen, even though that's pretty much impossible to predict all these picks the correct way. So starting off the first top edge rusher in this draft, everyone's pretty much aware of it. The guy has premier talent. Will Anderson out of Alabama, 6'4", 235 pounds. He's projected as a top 5 pick. He'll probably go number 2, number 3, right in that area. Jalen Carter's right there too. So, like I said, generational talent. The dude had 10 sacks this year, and last year he had 17.5 sacks. Dude just looks like he has sensational talent. Number 2 on the list, I have Myles Murphy out of Clemson, 6'5", 275 pounds. His projected 40-yard dash time is 5 seconds. He's projected to go in the first round. Todd McShay had him going 14th in this draft. He has 6.5 sacks this year, 1 forced fumble, 36 tackles, 2 defended passes. He has a good combination of speed and size, passes the eye test. He uses his strength to set up the edge in the ground game, so really good against the run. He dominates the edge. He'll take over games. Versatile, so he could become a defensive tackle if needed to be in the NFL. So that is something that is intriguing to me. 6'5", he's quick, he's strong, 275 pounds, so we can play the inside. Something that's kind of got my eye on. That's kind of something I'm going to watch a little bit there. If we were to trade down and get like a Myles Murphy and get some additional draft compensation for that, you could look at him being like a 3-tech. Number 3, I have Tyree Wilson. I also previously had him in my mock draft as well. I did go over him. So defensive end out of Texas Tech, 6'6", 275 pounds. His projected 40 time is about 4.9, and he's projected to go through first round to second round. Todd McShay had him going like 8th overall. I don't know if he's going to go that high. Middle to late first to be early second if he starts to slip. I think this would be a good player to have on the defense. He could also be someone that you could switch to the inside as well with his size, being 6'6", 275 pounds. Good functional speed, length. He had a foot injury in November, so he did end up missing the rest of the season. Productive for the past 2 years. He had 7 sacks the year before that as well. Jared Verse out of Florida State, defensive end, 6'4", 251 pounds. Projected 40 time 4.8, so he's pretty quick for a defensive end. And he's projected round 1 through 2. Todd McShay had him going late in his mock draft, 29th or 30th pick. You can easily see him slipping into the second round, so I wouldn't say that he's for sure a first-round pick. But then again, he could also end up moving up. But I see him slipping into the second. If we can get like an early second-round draft pick. He had 7.5 sacks this year with 41 tackles. He's still raw. He's not naturally like instinctive. He started in Albany before transferring. He was a tight end before. So in 15 games, 74 tackles, 21 and a half tackles for a loss, and 14 and a half sacks and 2 forced fumbles. He still has room to grow. Pretty impressive, actually. Isaiah Foskey out of Notre Dame. 6'5", 260 pounds. Has like a 4.7 projected 40-yard dash time, and he's projected rounds 1 through 2 for pick. Todd McShay had him going with his last pick in the mock draft. So he could easily end up slipping into the second round, late first. He had a strong start to his season, stretch where he kind of went quiet. He started heating up close to close out the regular season. He's got good size, but he's extremely stiff. Scouts are concerned that his sacks won't translate to the NFL. Last year, he had 11 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 52 tackles. He has speed. Scouts don't like how stiff he is. So, next pick I have is Will McDonald out of Iowa State. 6'4", 245 pounds. Projected 40-yard dash time is 4.69, so he's pretty quick. Projected to go through rounds 1 and 2. Todd McShay did not have him going in the first round of his mock draft. He recorded 36 tackles, 4.5 sacks. Teams rave about his speed, athleticism, and natural QB hunting talent. He could be a 15 sack a year in the NFL. Limited to a designated pass rusher. Struggles heavily against the run. Even teams that have not so good run attack will dominate against him. So that is not encouraging. He's like two ends of the spectrum. You're just going to get a great pass rusher, not a good run stopper. Next pick, Felix Anudike-Uzomah, defensive end / outside linebacker out of Kansas State. 6'3", 255 pounds, 40-yard dash time projected at a 4.8, and projected to go between rounds 2 and 3. In 2022, Anudike-Uzomah has 8.5 sacks, 44 tackles, and 2 forced fumbles. Some sources say could be a quality pick on day 2. In 2021, he had 11 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 52 tackles. It was the first season he had significant playing time. Encouraging stuff. So for the future, if he was to get more and more playing time, he might be able to improve and get better. B.J. Ojulari, defensive end out of LSU. He's 6'3", 244 pounds, 40-yard dash time projected 4.75. Projected rounds 2 and 3. In 2002, Ojulari has 56 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 5 sacks. Good pursuit player with speed, athleticism, has a problem with getting off of blocks. He should return for his senior year, so we'll see if he even enters the draft. But I kind of have my eyes on him. Ali Gay, defensive end, LSU, 6'6", 258 pounds. 40-yard dash time of 4.75. Also projected rounds 2 through 4. It's 35 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 sacks in 2002. He never put a big season of production, but has excellent skill set and could break out in 2000. Not a fan of people that don't have production. I think production's a good sign that tells that you are productive and you will continue to be productive. So the fact that he's not productive, I don't really like. He does have a good skill set, and we have good coaching. Maybe that can help him translate to the NFL. Who knows? Then last I have Habuk Balanado out of Pittsburgh. 6'5", 260 pounds, 4.7 speed projected between round 2 and 4. 24 tackles, 2 sacks this year. 2021, he did break out with 9 sacks and 41 tackles and 1 forced fumble. He is disruptive with speed with a 4.7 40 times, so that's a pretty good speed there. So but that's going to do it here for some draft picks that I'm just kind of looking out for in the draft. You know, we don't really know what's going to happen with the Bears moving forward. Free agency is going to tell us a lot, especially waiting for people to sign or franchise tag. We're going to know more about who we're going to draft after the free agency. Go for like a 3-tech in the free agency, then we're probably going to take an edge. If we go for an edge in free agency, then we're probably going to take like a 3-tech in the draft. That is my assumption. We'll see what happens. Well, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Let me know if you disagree or if you have any other players that you think that the Bears might draft for the edge rushers. Until next time, make sure you tune in and bear down.